With the price of Ronaldo and Messi's 2014 Prizm skyrocketing, I'm exploring 10 cards you need to start paying attention to now. What is up guys, it's Steve from The Football Stop. Welcome to another video and thank you for having a watch. Today I'm talking about the Panini Prizm 2014 set from the Brazil World Cup. The reason for that is because Ronaldo and Messi's cards in the last few weeks have almost doubled in price. So last time I looked at the market value of them, they're around about £40 to £50. They're now over £100. So really quickly we've seen a doubling in value there. But never fear, because there are plenty of other opportunities within that collection in my opinion. And today that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at 10 cards which I think are just getting ignored. 10 legends, 10 really good players, some of which are still playing, some which aren't. So yeah, some real opportunities and we'll start there. But before we start with number one, take 5 seconds just to look below and hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much and enjoy. So number one for me at the moment, and a player that to be honest nearly didn't make the list because I nearly put him in the same category as Messi, Ronaldo and Neymar, who I have taken out of this because they're already hyped up. But that player is Paul Pogba. His card price now is not cheap. You're looking at around £30 to £40 and up for his base card. If you can get it for less than that, then that's really good for you. The player's really gained traction in recent weeks, partly because of his performances for Manchester United. But the reason I think his card from that particular set is undervalued is because he plays for France. He has the potential to go to the Euros next year and win it with France. He has the potential to go to the World Cup in 2022 with France and win it. He's playing for a very good Manchester United side at the moment. So providing Pogba keeps a positive attitude and keeps going in the way he is with his performances, because we all know Pogba has had issues in the past in terms of actually maintaining good performances. I think Pogba is a bit of a winner, but it's a risk. I'm not going to lie, it's quite a high risk. If I was going to be paying £40, personally, I'd like to be having a bit more security, but the opportunity is there still. So my number one is Paul Pogba. At number two is Eden Hazard. Now, a lot of you, hang on a second, a lot of people are going, what, he's done nothing for Real Madrid this year? And you're right, he hasn't done anything for Real Madrid. He's been injured. He's had an absolute shocker since his move to Madrid from Chelsea. However, he's just returned to fitness. He has played well in his few games back from Madrid. He is undeniably a world-class player that just hasn't really had the chance to do it in Spain so far. But like Pogba, Hazard does have a very strong Belgian team to go to the Euros with. He has a very strong Belgian team to go to the World Cup in 2022 with. And despite being 29, he still has many years ahead of him, in my opinion. I've just looked on eBay and you can pick up his cards for less than £3. And again, for me, that is just a great opportunity given the prices that other cards are currently selling for at the moment. So number two, Eden Hazard. At number three, we've got Andrea Iniesta, who was or is a Spanish legend, a Barcelona legend. He's actually still playing for a club in Japan called Vissel Kobe. Shout out to any Vissel Kobe fans if you are watching. Let me know in the comments below. Iniesta is a World Cup winner. He's a European Championship winner. He is a runner-up Ballon d'Or winner. He's won La Liga. Like, the guy is incredible. He will no doubt go down as a generational talent, one of the best midfielders to ever play the game. For that reason, and because he'll have such a massive following out of Barcelona, again, I just think that he's a real figure, a real legend from that 2014 set. And for that reason, worth picking up, given that fact he's so cheap. So number three, Andrea Iniesta. At number four, we've got Andrea Pirlo, who is in a similar ilk to Iniesta, albeit without so many accolades. He has retired. He's currently the manager of Juventus under 23s, which kind of paves the way into him being the first team manager for Juventus at some point, which everyone can see, I'm sure. If you know anything about Pirlo, he's an Italian legend. I used to love watching Pirlo play football. play soccer just because it was effortless. Like, his right foot is a wand. Incredible player. Used to hate it when he played England. Anyway, similar to Iniesta, you can pick up his 2014 Prizm. Ridiculously cheap. Another legend in the set that for me is just completely ignored. So number 4 is Pirlo. At number 5, I've got Luka Modric, who is of a similar ilk to Andrea Iniesta, except obviously he played for Barcelona's rivals, Real Madrid. He's Croatian, he's still playing for Real Madrid, 34 years old. The question is whether he will make it to the Euros for Croatia next year. They have qualified. He could even make it to the World Cup finals in 2022 in Qatar, although he would be nearly 36, or he would be 36, I should say. So that would have a big impact on his potential price. But the big thing for me with Luka Modric is that of all the years where Messi and Ronaldo have dominated the Ballon d'Or, being voted the best players in the world, the one player to have separated them is Luka Modric, who for 1 year did win the Ballon d'Or. So that's something which may really play into the favour of anyone who is investing in Luka Modric cards. So yeah, number 5, Luka Modric. At number 6, we've got the first African in the list. So I've gone for Didier Drogba. Drogba has won African Footballer of the Year twice. He's the 4th highest ever goal scorer for Chelsea. He's the highest ever goal scorer for the Ivory Coast. I've talked a little bit about African potential in soccer cards in my podcast, which I haven't actually revisited for a while. I will do shortly. But the African market is something that we hear about in basketball a little bit. It's growing. If it was to develop in soccer in many years to come, for me, Drogba would be one of the names that's top of the list in terms of African icons that people would look back to. And ultimately, where would people look? They'd look back to the most popular sets, of which obviously Panini Prizm 2014 is one. So despite Drogba being a brilliant player, the main reason for him being in this list is the fact that he is an African legend, and for that reason he is at my number 6. At number 7, and following on from Drogba, is the second African footballer in the list, and that is of course Barcelona legend, Cameroonian legend, Samuel Etoo. I loved watching Etoo play as a kid, fantastic striker. He's in my list for the same reasons as Drogba, to be honest, because of the potential in the African market. Again, that's where they would look. So number 7, Samuel Etoo. At number 8, I've gone for a defender, which you'll be thinking, hang on a second, people don't buy defenders. I've said that before, but this guy is slightly different in my opinion. Sergio Ramos. Ramos is a Spanish centre-back. He's actually the most capped Spanish international of all time. And even more unbelievable is the fact he's the 10th highest ever goal scorer for Spain. Yeah, he's a centre-back. Sometimes plays right back, but he's a centre-back, he's a defender. And he's the 10th highest scorer of all time. Crazy. Given the fact that he also plays for Real Madrid, he's a Real Madrid legend, he captains them. He's won numerous La Liga titles. He's won the Champions League, I think, 4 times. He's won the European Championships. He's won the World Cup. Like, this guy is, if anyone has legend status from a defender's point of view, Ramos is unquestionably in that category. So that's why I've included Ramos in this list of top 10. Is he going to reach the same heights as strikers would from this set? Absolutely not. But for a defender, Ramos needs to be acknowledged, in my opinion. And that's why he is in my top 10. At number 9, I've gone for an Argentinian, Sergio Aguero. He scores goals for Man City when he's fit. Obviously, he is coming towards the back end of his career. But still, if he can get to the World Cup in 2022 with Argentina, I do think he has the potential to score goals there. And again, if you can pick him up cheap, he's just a fantastic player in that set. I think he's worth looking at, although obviously he's towards the back end of my 10, so bear that in mind. And finally, at number 10, a lot of you are probably sat thinking, well, where's Frank Lampard, where's Steven Gerrard, and where's Wayne Rooney, who are undeniably brilliant footballers, brilliant soccer players who deserve to be higher up on the list. The issue is that the Panini didn't have the rights within that set to put them in an England kit. So I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you actually look at a Panini Prizm card from that 2014 World Cup set and look at the England players, they have just a blank white shirt on. And we've seen this in previous sets. If you look back to Germany in 2006, the England kit is actually black shorts, I think, a white top and yellow socks. England have never worn yellow socks. It's just weird. But anyway, that for me is why they're interesting, like investing or buying Wayne Rooney cards. Rooney out of the three would probably be the one I would opt for. But I'd be hesitant, really hesitant, because of this issue with the kits. People like attractive cards that represent the players as they are, with full kits that show them in like game regalia, if you like, and that's what these cards miss. So for that reason, I've put them at number 10. Like I say, Rooney would be the best out of them three. They'd be higher up the list. Rooney would probably be arguably number one. I think if the kits were proper on the cards, you'd probably see Rooney going for a similar price to that of like Neymar at the moment. But because they're not, and because the cards look poor, to be honest with you, in my opinion, they've put them at my number 10. So there we have it. That's my top 10 players from the Panini Prizm 2014 World Cup set. Like I said, that's just my opinion. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you agree, let me know. If you have different ideas, please let me know. Who would you replace in my 10? Do you think maybe I've got people the wrong way around? Really interested to know what your thoughts are. As always, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe, because there'll be plenty more videos like this coming out very, very soon. We've also got some unboxings coming up in the next week or two, which should be good fun. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.